Neil Evans, and this is Make. It's been a crazy few days in the tech industry. SVB's collapse has been a huge shocker for anyone that's got any skin in the game, and it's going to undoubtedly have a knock-on effect for many of the startups and established tech companies, the waves of which will almost undoubtedly roll over the creative sector at some point very soon, whether that's through lost sponsorships, creative work that's left unpaid, or other crossover points that are just going to get a pasting. Of course, this isn't an isolated incident. The layoffs from large tech have been shocking. I know a fair few people personally that have found themselves literally just logged out of their work email and all their accounts. Now, the first they've known about it is when they're actually being laid off and can't access their work. It's definitely an industry in flux for a few reasons. Now, there's been COVID over hiring, and there's overconfidence in the product, definitely. Lack of vision and mission drift, completely. And shareholder greed, absolutely. Now, if you read or watch any of the tech coverage, you could be left believing that it's the end of the world as we know it. The tech bubble has burst. It's the end of an era. But I'm here to offer another view. You see, I'm 42. I'm old enough to remember the first tech bubble bursting. The collapse of retailers like Boo.com, who had burn rates that were astronomical. They were burning terrifying amounts of investor money, and the crash left many deeply out of pocket and absolutely out of work. But that didn't signal the end. In fact, the boldest and the brightest bounced back. What followed the collapse of that bubble was probably the most exciting period of bootstrapped, leanly funded businesses bringing together creative people, problem solvers, and innovative thinkers. And I think that's what we're about to re-enter. It's time now to be really bold. Dull tech ideas, the lazy disruptors, they're over. Now is the time for people that have got real ideas, real solutions to come out and figure out how they can fill gaps and add value and trust. I honestly think that the next few years are going to be a time to try new ideas, to not get caught up in the buzzword bingo, that genuinely thinking outside the box. Undoubtedly, there are going to be bandwagons that people pile on. AI is the most obvious of those. But I think one of the things that's been proven to be successful throughout the years in creative businesses is forming personal connection. And AI isn't there. Not yet. New ideas that tell stories, that make real connections with people, and go a long way to restoring the trust between consumers and the tech industry are going to be the big creative winners. And I can't wait to see where this goes post-crash. So I'd like to talk about your ideas. If you're in a tech industry, if you've got a tech idea, if you've got something that's where it's a crossover between the world of the creative and the world of technology, let's talk. Drop us a DM, and if you're not already, subscribe today. Follow the links to our social medias for more, and tell your creative friends about Make so you and they can join me in the next episode. Until next time, I'm Neil Evans, and this is Make.